want to tease that we should have barrels from Mountain Creek, High West, and Four Roses coming in the near future.
I'll say just look out for barrel releases. Hey guys, Josh and Trevor here for another Whiskey Wednesday for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. Super excited today. We've got Locke Co Aspen aged rye. What's cool about this one is they use aspen wood in the barrels to give it a different kind of depth and level of flavor.
Yeah, just something to mix it up. You know, local Colorado aspen, kind of cool. Yeah. Definitely got that rye nose. I get those baking spices, a little grassiness.
Yeah, I think the aspen really brings out some of the kind of grassy, almost spicy notes that come out in rye whiskey.
I get some like citrus, like lemongrassy type thing there. Very smooth. Definitely different than a lot of ryes you're gonna have. That aspen character definitely puts like a different twist on it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just another depth and level of the flavor. So makes for really interesting like cocktails, like Manhattans, old fashions, things like that, because it'll just have different flavors that you don't get in other whiskeys.
Absolutely. It's always cool to support a cool local company. These guys come in and do a lot of hand sales and interacting with the customers, and seem to be really well received.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, it's something kind of unique and different, but most of the time when people try it, they're coming back again. Absolutely. Is what I've noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then kind of for our second part, we've got Tip Top Cocktails. This is a brand new pre-mixed cocktail line. $4.99 for these guys. We have the old fashioned in our glass, made with, it's got whiskey, sugar, and bitters. I think are the only 3 ingredients.
74 proof, so I mean it's ready to go. Ice in a glass and pour it over the top, or if it's cold, you can drink it out of the can.
Right.
It smells great, man. Really get the bitters and the orange. It's a solid old fashioned. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, for something that comes out of a can, it really solid old fashioned. Tastes like what you get, in a good bar made by a good bartender.
Yeah, absolutely. And at $4.99 with the size, and it's almost like just getting a cocktail. Yeah. And still for probably half of what you'd pay for something like this at a restaurant.
Absolutely.
Or a bar. So I've had these with ice in the glass and poured them over it, and it's about the same amount of liquid that's in a normal cocktail from a bar. So
absolutely,
a cool way to get your mixology stuff done at home.
Right. Next up is the Manhattan. So rye whiskey, vermouth, bitters.
And I love Manhattans. This is like one of my cocktails. I make a bunch just at home by myself.
Yeah, me and Josh go to bars. He's usually the Manhattan guy. I'm usually the old-fashioned guy. So, but we will switch it up on occasion. Yeah, again, super solid.
Yeah, just a really nice, good Manhattan. I mean, that's something that you would not be disappointed with at a bar for sure. Made from a good bartender. I mean, and it's accessible. You can get it every day. Like we said, $4.99. I think these are winners.
Yeah, it's cool making your own cocktails, but sometimes I just don't feel like it. And it's a lot easier to just be able to crack a can, pour this over ice, and be good to go.
And be done with it. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Last but not least, we got the Negroni. So dry gin, vermouth, and red bitters in this one. The color on that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I never was a huge gin cocktail guy until I tried Negronis. Negronis are very good. I'm still always going to be more of a whiskey guy, but it's fun to switch up to one of these sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really like Negronis. I really like the whiskey equivalent of Boulevardier, where you just sub out the whiskey for the gin. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I was never a huge gin cocktail guy, but getting into Negronis and seeing bartenders make these, I've actually really enjoyed.
This one's good. You get the botanicals from the gin, but you get the sweetness and then the little bitterness from the vermouth at the end. It's just, again, these guys are super solid. There's a reason they're doing well for us. People like them. So.
Really good depth of flavor. I mean, again, something you would get in a restaurant and be happy with.
Absolutely.
I don't think I mentioned this guy. Normally $72.99 on sale for $63.99 right now. So an
Yep.
awesome deal on that. Come on down, guys. Give them a shot. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.